Hello children, I think you all have understood the concept of curved surface area and volume of right circular cone. And in the exercise 17.2 we have discussed up to question number 13. Correct? So we are starting with question number 16, 17, 18 we will solve. So question number 16, a right triangle with sides 6 centimeter, 8 centimeter and 10 centimeter is revolved about the side 8 centimeter. It means one triangle is there. Question number 16. See the triangle is, suppose this is the triangle and sides are 6, 8, 10. But the triangle is revolved about the side 8 centimeter. It means we will take this as 8 centimeter, this is 6 centimeter and this is 10 centimeter. It means we have to revolve this triangle about this line. Now when you will revolve this, we will get a cone, see or not? Correct? We will get a cone. It means whenever we will revolve any right triangle, correct, along its perpendicular side or the base, we will get a cone. Correct? Whenever we will revolve a right triangle along its perpendicular side or base, we will get a cone. See, you will get a cone. Here it is revolved around the side, along the side 8 centimeter. It means here a cone is generated in which height will be 8 centimeter. Why it is revolved around 8? Correct? Radius will be 6 centimeter and hypotenuse will become slant height, that is 10 centimeter. Correct? So whenever a right triangle is revolved along its perpendicular side or base, then we will get a cone and the side about which we are revolving, that will become height, base will become radius and hypotenuse will become slant height. Now we have to find the volume and the curved surface area of the cone so formed. So volume and curved surface area. So volume will be 1 upon 3 pi r square h. So that will be 1 upon 3 pi. It is mentioned we have to take 3.14. 3.14 radius 6, height 8. Correct? So this will be 3 into 2. So 12 into 8, 96. Or you can take this 3.14 into 2, that is 6.28. These two, 6 into 8, 48 multiply. Correct, check it. 4, 4, 1. So 301.44 centimeter cube. Correct? Answer is 301.44 centimeter cube. Why? All are in centimeters. So this is the value of volume. Next, curved surface area. So curved surface area will be simple. Curved surface area will be pi r l. Again pi 3.14, radius 6, length height 10. So this will be 31.4 into 6, that is, so 188.4 centimeter square. Correct? This is the curved surface area. Clear? Next. Next is question number 17. The height of a cone is 30 centimeter. A small cone is cut off at the top by a plane parallel to its base. Already we have one cone. For this height is given 30 centimeter. It means this total is given 30 centimeter. Now one small cone has been cut off. Correct? By a plane parallel to its base. Correct? One small cone is cut off by a plane parallel to its base. That is, you can write like this. Here we have cut a cone from the top by a plane parallel to its base. It means parallel to the horizontal. We have cut one cone. Clear? Next, what is given? If its volume be 1 upon 27 of the volume of the given cone, at what height above the base is the section cut? Already one bigger cone is there, total height 30 centimeter. Now one small cone is cut off at the top by a plane parallel to its base. It means horizontally we are cutting. Why horizontally? That is, horizontally means so that we can get a right circular cone. Now we have to find from what height from the base, at what height from the base, that is we have to find this length. At what height from the base this section is made. Correct? What is given about volume of the smaller cone? Volume of smaller cone is equal to 1 upon 27 of volume of larger cone. Correct? This is given. So when this is given, now we are going to take some quantities. For a smaller one, we are taking small r and capital H, radius and height of a smaller one. For bigger one, we are taking capital R and capital H. Correct? For larger cone, we are taking capital R, capital H. For smaller one, we are taking small r and small h. Correct? Clear? Now substitute the value. What is given? Volume of a smaller cone. Volume of a smaller cone means 1 upon 3 pi small r square h is equal to 1 upon 27 of volume of larger cone, that is 1 by 3 pi capital R square h. This understood? Clear? Correct? Visible? So volume of a smaller cone. For a smaller cone we have taken the dimensions small r and small h. For the bigger one we have taken capital R and capital H. So volume of smaller cone, that is 1 upon 3 pi. Formula is same but dimensions are different. Here the dimension is 1 upon 3 pi small r square small h. Here 1 upon 27 of 1 upon 3 pi capital R square capital H. Now pi and pi by 3 cancelled. Correct? Now what is left? Left is a small r square h is equal to capital R square h upon 27. Clear? Now we can write this as a small r square h upon capital R square h is equal to 1 upon 27. This will be first equation. Correct? This is the first equation. Now we are going to use similarity concept. Suppose A, B, C, D, E. We have two triangles and both triangles are similar. Which triangle? Triangle ABE and triangle ACD. Why both are similar? This angle will be 90 degree. Correct? In both the triangles this angle is common. It means both the triangles are similar. Clear? Both the triangles are similar. And we are writing this equation here. What? R square h upon capital R square h is equal to 1 upon 27 equation 1, and we are going to use what? The concept. Correct. So you can see here, see, this is the diagram. A, B, E, C, D. These two angles will be 90 degree. This angle is common in smaller as well as larger triangle. Correct? Clear? Now this is a small r, this is capital R, this is capital H, and this is small h. Understood? Now I am erasing this diagram. Correct. So clearly these two triangles are congruent. Which two triangles? Triangle A, B, E, sorry, is similar, not congruent. Is similar to triangle A, C, D, and the criteria is angle criteria. Correct. The criteria is angle criteria. So when the triangles are similar, their sides are in proportion, in same ratio. So what are the sides? Triangle ABE, triangle ACD, both are similar. If we will take a small h of smaller triangles, then we have to take capital H of bigger triangle. Correct? A small h upon capital H. Next, visible? Then if we will take a small r of smaller triangle, then we have to take capital R. Why? If the triangles are similar, their sides are in same proportion. That is why a small r upon capital R is equal to a small h upon capital H. Correct? So this is having the relation what? A small r upon capital R can be substituted as a small h upon capital H. See, the equation 1 is r square upon capital R square into h upon capital H is equal to 1 upon 27. Clear? Now nothing is mentioned or asked about the radius. What is asked? Asked about this. At which height from the base the section is made. We have to find this length. You can take it as x also. Suppose we are taking this as x, we have to find. Now, a small r upon capital R can be substituted as a small h upon capital H. Correct? Now substitute. So this is written as a small h upon capital H whole square into small h upon capital H again is equal to 1 upon 27. Correct? Clear? Small r upon capital R is small h upon capital H. It means finally what we are getting? H cube upon capital H cube. Finally what we are getting? H cube upon capital H cube. Correct? So we are getting what? Here I am writing H cube upon capital H cube is equal to 1 upon 27. Clear? This we are getting. This is cube. Correct? So it means H cube upon capital H cube is equal to 1 upon 27. It means H upon capital H is 1 upon 27. Clear? Wait. Up to here understood? Clear? Here I am writing. So here, once again here, this will give H cube upon capital H cube is equal to 1 upon 27. It means H upon capital H will be cube root 1 upon 3. Now understood? Now cross multiply. This will give H is equal to 3H. And capital H value is given what? Total height of the cone, that is bigger cone, is 30 centimeter already given. It means we can substitute this as it means 3h is equal to 30, therefore h will be 10 centimeter. Clear? It means this is 10 and the total is 30. This is 10 and the total is 30. So required answer will be, or required height will be, that is x, what we have supposed, that will be 30 minus 10, 20 centimeter. Correct? I think understood. Clear? Understood? That is the answer. Now next question. 16, 17 we have done. Now last 18th one. So last question 18. A semicircular lamina of radius 35 centimeter is folded so that the two bounding radii are joined together to form a cone. See, we have studied in the cone, whenever you will cut a cone along its length height, we are going to get a sector of a circle. Correct? Whenever we have seen, whenever suppose we have a cone, correct? Take a point P. So this will be its slant height. And whenever a cone is cut along its slant height, then you will get a sector, correct, of a circle. Maybe it is a semicircle. Why? Semicircle is also a sector. Sector means the region bounded by two radii and its corresponding arc. Two radii and its corresponding arc. Correct? Now here the reverse case is given. Here the reverse case is given. Correct? What is given? Already we are having a sector of a circle. Semicircle is also a sector. And then it is folded to make a cone. How the cone will be created? How the cone will be generated? We will fold the sector or semicircle so that its two bounding radii are joined together, coincide together to form a cone. Clear? So the question is, see, the question is, we are having a semicircle, correct? We are having a semicircle, radius I think given, of radius 35 centimeter, this is given. Now this is folded to make a cone, correct? This is folded to make a cone. So whenever a sector is folded to make a cone, what will happen? This length of arc will become perimeter of the base. It means length of arc of semicircle, or semicircle means the sector. Length of arc of the semicircle, that is sector, will be equal to perimeter of circular base of cone. We have seen when I was explaining curved surface area, the proof, correct? What will happen? Clear? Length of arc of the sector will be equal to perimeter of the circular base of the cone. Okay. What is the length of arc of semicircle? This one is pi r, and what is the perimeter of the circular base? That is 2 pi r. Both radii will be different. So pi capital R will be 2 pi small r. Pi and pi cancelled. Capital R is already mentioned what? 35. Capital R is 35. So we can find a small r, that is 35 by 2 centimeter. Correct? So we have got 35 by 2 centimeter. Now we have to find what will be its slant height. This radius will become what? Slant height. It means L will be 35. Why? When you will fold this to make a cone, this radius will become slant height. Correct? It means this is 35. Now we can find vertical height. Correct? If it is required. So we have to find radius of the cone and the lateral surface area of the cone. It means volume is not required. When volume is not asked, we will not calculate a small h, that is height of the cone. Correct? So this understood? Radius will become always. If any sector is folded to make a cone, what will happen? Radius of the sector will become slant height of the cone. Length of the arc of the sector will become perimeter of the circular base. Correct? Here the sector is semicircle. Clear? So, one thing we have calculated what? First part. First part is radius of the cone. So, radius of the cone is we have calculated 35 by 2 centimeter and slant height is 35 centimeter. Correct? Now we have to find lateral surface area. Lateral surface area means curved surface area. Correct? Second part, lateral surface area, that is curved surface area, pi r l. Correct? Nothing is mentioned about pi. It means we will take what? 22 by 7. It means 22 by 7 into 35 by 2 into 35. Correct? Then this is 7 into 5, 2 into 11. It means 11 into 5, 55 into 35. So 55 into 35. Calculate. This will be so 1925 centimeter square. Centimeter, it is given in centimeter. That is your answer. Clear?